Welcome to the 𝗙𝗏𝗿 Elder Law channel. I'm your host, Melissa O'Connor. I'm a Florida-based elder law attorney who does estate planning focusing on long-term care needs, commonly referred to as Medicaid planning, and I do probate, and I do them well. Today I wanted to talk to you about estate planning and divorce. Many of my clients are elderly and I assist them with Medicaid planning, but I do assist families, and I had one particular client who, even though they were early onset Alzheimer's and we were helping them put in place some protections for their medical and financial decisions while they still had capacity, they were super sharp as a tack in the sense that they still loved their grandchildren and had great concerns and really important inquiries. So this particular grandfather was concerned that one of their grandchildren were going through a divorce, and he was asking all the right questions about concerns about his grandchild's estate plan, particularly because he was concerned about the impacts for his great-grandchildren. So I wanted to take an opportunity to talk about divorce and what you should be thinking about when it comes to estate planning with when you are going through a divorce or just having gotten through a divorce. So one of the things that you want to make sure that you update after you've been divorced or while you are going through a divorce is all of your pay on death designations. So if you have investment portfolios, or you have pension benefits, or your individual bank account that you might have some sort of savings account, or if you have opened up a child's savings account that you've put all the birthday monies in and it's just your name and your kid's name, you want to make sure that all those banking accounts and all those financial institutions, that their pay on death designation, the beneficiary that you've listed with those institutions, is not your ex-spouse, unless you want your ex-spouse to be able to obtain those funds should you pass away. So you want to update those accounts to list the person who you want to have those monies should you die. You may be surprised that even though you are divorced, then many times that indicates that people are no longer considered under the will intestate laws because you're divorced. These pay on death designations are contractual and separate and apart from intestate law or testacy law, and therefore, unless you update the listed beneficiaries, the institutions are just going to pass the money outside of probate to whoever you listed. The other thing that you want to make sure that you update is your durable power of attorney and your medical directives. If you have not done so already, I encourage you to make sure that you list those, to update those two documents, to provide those authorities to somebody that you want to make medical decisions on your behalf and to make financial decisions on your behalf, because presumably it would not be your ex-spouse that you would want to have those decision-making authorities for you. And then the other thing that you might want to consider is, if you have minor children, is putting in place a revocable living trust and designating a guardian who you would want to be a guardian of your child should both you and your ex-spouse pass away. But the benefits of the revocable living trust would be that your trustee could make sure that your child, even though these monies would be given to their guardian, which would likely be your ex-spouse should you pass away, but that certain monies could be given at certain stages of their life. So if you wanted to ensure that they had monies for a used car at the age of 16, or that they had certain monies in place for college or technical school, that they might have any sort of first communion monies or bat mitzvah or bar mitzvah monies, you can make sure that all of that is put in place through your revocable living trust. So the trustee would ensure that your child has that in place and is protected, and that those things that you wanted to make sure that you funded are funded for your child, even though you are no longer present and with them. So I just thought that it was a wonderful thing that this grandfather wanted to make sure that his grandchild was protected and was thinking through all of the repercussions and important things that needed to be addressed, knowing that this grandchild was going through a divorce, and he just wanted to protect her, just like all of us want to do for our family members. And so I just wanted to share that with you. If you are going through a divorce, or you know somebody who is getting divorced, that there are some estate planning concepts that you should really be considering and reaching out to an attorney to discuss. And if you don't know who to talk to, I would recommend that you ask your divorce attorney if they had somebody to recommend. And I'm always available, of course, to answer questions if you are in Florida. I thank you for joining me, and I ask you to like and share this video if it's been helpful to you. Again, thanks for joining me.